We see in the community as the infrastructure, the school, the teachers' apartment, and so forth. But a lot of development is happening in Shiriri. And with the LCDS funds, we have constructed a mini supermarket, and which is already functioning right now. So that is what is happening at this current time.
Great. And what about the LCDS funds? How is your village benefiting from that?
Well, with the LCDS funds, the community benefited. We constructed a mini supermarket where the resident can benefit at the lowest cost, right? So with the LCDS, remember, we only receive 10 millions because we are small in population, so that is why, all right?
Okay. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ramkisoon Johnson. And how is the conference so far? Today's the second day. How has it been for you so far?
Well, the conference, this is my first experience as a senior counselor, just listening out to the experienced leaders, and I am learning. So far, it's very interesting, right?
Great. All right, thank you so much. So that was Mr. Ramkisoon Johnson, Senior Counsel for Shiriri Village, Region 9, and stay tuned right here to NCN for more updates. Welcome everyone to the second day of the National Tushaus Council Conference. I am here with Senior Counsel of Kwaiko Village, Region 9. Senior Counsel, for the camera, can you just introduce yourself?
Hey, good morning. I am Ronald Ignatius, a Senior Counselor of Kwaiko, South Central Panonia, Region number 9.
Nice. The first question I want to ask you is, how has your village benefited, from education, agriculture, health? How has Kwaiko Village benefited over the past year since this administration took office?
Well, I respond to your question. Firstly, under the education sector, for the past years, we have been advocating for a school to be constructed in the Kwaiko. And from last year to now, a school has been constructed, and presently it has been operational, and that has solved the impact of the distance that the children had to go to school, both dry and rainy season, between 14 miles per day from Monday to Friday throughout the school term. Secondly, in the health sector, again, I was advocating for a health post to be constructed in Kwaiko, and for the year, last year to now, a brand new health post was constructed in my community, and that also helps serve the impact of patients, outpatients, pensioners going out to get medical attention the same distance, 14 miles to Shilana, which is a mother village from Kwaiko, to get health services out there. So presently that is serving a very great purpose in there, and we are happy about those facilities being constructed in my community. In the agriculture sector, we have benefited in the agriculture sector for the past years. However, due to major floods, droughts and so on, we have been impacted with both the drought and the high weather, the heavy season that have been destroying our crops. Presently, that is where we stand with agriculture.
Great. And we know the LCDS funds was a big development across all hinterland regions. What did your community do with the LCDS funds?
For the first set of funding that was allocated for my community for last year, we benefited. It was allocated the sum of $18 million, and we had several projects been funded under the low carbon credit funds. And some of the projects I can name as 4 acres of Savannah cash crop farm, where we created some job opportunities for the people in the community. 2, we have furnished a youth documentary center, and that would attract and cut short the cost of traveling to Latam to have documents been printed, photocopy, passport size pictures, and that would be a great, more shorter expenditure in terms of traveling out back and forth from the community to Latam to get those documents being sorted out.
Right.
So that was one, and also creating a job opportunity for the young people and managing their own affairs within the community there. We have another project that was funded also. It is the Women's Center. They have opted into garment construction and catering so we can go into garment construction where the school children uniform have been sewed and so on right in there. Then we have to travel out to let them back and forth again. So the funding have been circulated there in the community and creating job opportunities for the women also within the community there. And we have been advertising and advocating for more funding to boost the project every year.
Nice. All right. You just heard from Senior Council of Kwaiko Village in Region 9. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope that this conference, brings forward all of your expectations and so forth, right? So thank you so much for watching, and do stay tuned to NCN for more updates.
Just tell us your name, please, and which village you're from.
Oh, I am Archer Moses Tusha of Katoka Village, Region 9, Central Rupununi.
Could you tell us some of the major developments that have been happening within your village? Probably projects from the LCDS fund or the presidential grant?
Yes, I'm very happy to say that Katoka Village is a very fast developing community where the funds allocated to the government. The biggest fund that we are benefiting from is the LCDS, through which we have done agricultural works. We have established cassava processing project, which will be of a job creation within the community, as well as we have done the road works that connects the village to the landing, because our village is a very swampy area. And then we are waiting for the cassava to be ripped, and that is where we'll have the job creation for our people. Not only that, also we have the presidential grants. With the presidential grant we have received for years, 2 years, the 2023 and the 2024 presidential grant, we have secured a boat, a transportation boat for our passengers to take them on the river top to go to Latam. So these are major developments, improvement of people's lives in the villages using these allocations to the village. And also the sports ground has been upgraded. We have some pavilions using the supplementary funds. We have 3 established pavilions, and we are still looking to upgrade it even more into a sports complex. So that's it.
Did you guys benefited from any other thing like the solar panels or stuff like that?
Oh, we have benefited from the solar panels as well. Each household has solar panels, except for very few of them which are unlucky to get the solar panels. But I'm not sure if it's going to continue, but I recommend that this can continue as the household is being increased in the village. So we can also determine to consider those households to get like every year.
And what do you think about this entire conference? I mean, it's 2 days now. What do you think about it? How will this help you as a leader to properly better manage your community?
Being here?
Yeah.
Well, this is a very great opportunity to at least to gain knowledge as to how developments are being flowing into the communities and where the grants are coming, and we actually have a knowledge of better planning, because sometimes we are being misinformed about the funds, how to use it, who has authority to make plans and stuff like that. But coming to a forum like this, we are better equipped for better planning and for better consultation. So I really like it, the way how it is happening. It's very, bring everybody coming together and has an interaction with, two shows from various and sharing experiences, and also going back with those experiences You know, we talk about our mistakes as well, so we learn from those things. So this is a very good forum to, you know, as a leader, to be in this. You know, we go home real, I could say, well equipped with knowledge and development plans and stuff like that. And also hearing from the cabinet members, you know, their interest to help the villages. That's very great.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
With me is the Tashao of Masara, which is in North Rupununi Region 9. Mr. Arnold Bartholomew, how are you?
I'm fine.
All right, so I want to ask you, the first payments from the LCDS, the monies with the carbon credits, what are some of the things that the monies were used for in your community?
Okay, one of the money that we used was the on the swimming pool, which is on our ground, and it's one of its kind in the North Rupununi, the swimming pool, and we also invest. Money was invested in the poultry, that's on the women's group sector, and then the other one would have go into the hot meal, the bakery, women's bakery project also.
All right, so by the end of this week, $9 billion will be given to Amerindian villages for the second payment from the LCDS. What are a few things that you think you're going to be using the money for from the second payment?
Okay, well, we already set at the village council level, and we decided with two projects. One would have been the village council decided, along with the LCDS committee, we'll be purchasing a bus for the health center. The other one would have been, we'll be venturing into a mini supermarket for the village.
Well, that's great. Last question for you. In the last 4 years, government has made interventions in your community, your region. How do you feel about it, and what are a few of them that happened in the last 4 years?
Well, for the last 4 years, in my community or...
The community.
Yes, so we have been gifted with the IT hubs would have been one of it, and which is I'm very grateful, and it's helpful also for the council, where we do our type out our proposals and village issues. That will be one, and then we have the health center. That's one of the other one that was happening in the community also. We had the help post and then into the health center. And then we have the teachers' quarter, which was renovated also for the last 4 years.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Toshel.
Thank you also.
My name is Brian Ambrose from Patano Village, South Central Region 9. It's indeed our community, village then, right, is developing at the fastest rate, right? There were a lot of projects in the various sectors within my village, and that is the health, schools, and even the youths in the sports department, right? A lot of things happen, right? You know, getting the access internet to in the village, right? And then the health system is improved, and now we are having rehabilitation of our health posts, right? Yes, and then going to the school ground, we are trying to erect a new pavilions and so on, and going to the sports ground now. Recently, we installed floodlights and so, which will enable our club members as a whole to, you know, play their games at night times. And there are many more, right? Many more happening in our communities.
Tell us
Okay. The first LCDS funds we collected, what I know of, right? Just before I became a two-show, we had a 24 million LCDS project, and this is where we implemented like new ranches coming up. We bought cattle with it, and the new businesses has been open, canteens and so on. And then we go on to rearing of chicken and so on. And there is more, right, to continue with. Yes, that's the recent LCDS fund we collected. Yes, yes, of course. Our ITC hub building is completed, but we are awaiting personnel to be trained. Yes, yes. That's the only thing we are awaiting for to commence. Yes, remember we have online trainings now, right? That plays an important role, and that is our, challenges that we face, especially where, leaving home to other places like, to high schools and so on, right? That's where we are benefiting from right now. Yes, yes, of course, very, very good. Before we collected, right? That was in the previous, and just before I became a Tosho, a next set came, and almost the entire village, right, benefited from such panels, lights, and so on, where we find ourselves, utilizing the nights to do studying and so on. Yeah, that's it. Yes, yes. We have in mind, right? I think we write out a proposal concerning this, right? We are trying to request for solar farm, right? That will boost up our light system in our communities, right? That's the one we're having now.
We are here with Colette Johnny, who is the Tusha of Tipperoo Region 9, and we want to hear from her how her village has benefited from government interventions thus far. Miss Colette, tell us.
Okay. So far, I am seeing a lot of benefits coming into our village. Like recently, I have received a check for the sports for the first time in our village, and in which my youth were very, very happy indeed. And they are working now to upgrade their ground, and they also ask for another additional money so that they can continue to be active. And they are willing. They said they're going to upgrade themselves also in sport wise,
Right.
so that they can go to another level. So that is sports. Education also. On the education, I have seen a lot of good things coming in, like children cash grant and another where teachers receive another grant. All those things, and we are very happy. And it is going. The progress is going like regular. It is going.
And what about the LCDS funds?
LCDS, that also, it was a very, very good help to us. Like we upgraded our shop, which was very it had helped a lot. We have another one coming up, upgrading of the guest house, and then we have a satellite village, Carbecu, that will be also benefiting. Like during this government term, we have seen a lot of development, especially in Carbecu. They built an annex, Tipperoo Primary Annex, and they have their school now. Now they have the health post, teachers' quarter. It is going so fast during this time. And then with LCDs also, they'll be doing cattle rearing. For this year, that we will give sewing center for the women, and for the other projects, a lot of things we are focusing on now. So I'm very happy and I'm proud that what this government is doing, we are not left out, you know. And the people have told that you must thank the government on behalf of them.
Great. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Khaled Johnny. And that was a Tushao from Tipuru Village in Region 9. Stay tuned right here in NCN for more updates. We are here with David Albert, who is a Tushao of Karasabay Region 9, and we want to hear from him how his village has benefited from government interventions since it took office. Mr. Albert, tell us.
Well, good afternoon. Well, since this present government would have taken over office, we would have seen a lot of changes, positive changes. We would have seen a lot of development coming toward our community, and we would have really said thanks to the government for that. One of the major projects that we would have been lobbying for over many years, since when I was going to school, was a secondary school. And under this government, it has become a reality. Presently in Karasabay, the Karasabay Secondary School is under construction and hoping to finish sometime next year.
Okay.
That's the deadline. And then the upgrading of road from Karasabay Central to Krakrano. That's one that's complete. And then presently there's a road construction from Karasabay to another village called Tiger Pond, right? And so much things about that I can't mention all here, but we must say thanks for the cash grant that was reinstated back. And on behalf of the village council, we would have collect money also to finish off projects, and then also to the LCS funds, we have to say thanks for that also too.
Right.
And enough other things. In terms of sports, we'll be getting the next pavilion very soon, because this year Karasabay will be hosting the GTO interbranch, the athletic sports, and for Region 9. And I must say thanks to the government for that also too, right? Pavilion, I will get another very shortly. Thank you.
Nice. And what about this conference? Can you tell me how important it is for the indigenous people?
Well, to tell the truth, this is the first time I attend a conference like this, which and I attend smaller conference before, like CI, and then we went to the RTC and various other conferences. But for something that is at the national level, I will tell the truth, this is my first time, and I must say that the government want to help us, the Armenian people. I mean, nothing cannot be done all one time, but as we go forward, we are seeing positive changes. And I like how that the Vice President was here today. Yesterday we had the interaction with His Excellency the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. And as the conference progresses, we'll be meeting out with the various ministers, the Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Youth, Culture and Sports, the Minister of Health, and these kind of things. These are other ministerial agencies.
Right, awesome. Thank you so much. We just heard from Mr. Albert Tushao of Karasabay, Region 9. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Desmond James from Red Hill, Tushao from Red Hill, Region 1.
And Tell us a little bit about some of the projects you did under the LCDS and presidential grant.
So last year we received 24 million, our village received. We purchased a mini excavator and we did a village farm, small village farm, 8 acres. And we assist persons in the village with livelihood and purchasing some things for their homes and so forth. So from the mini excavator we do small contracts, especially villages who do in farm and so forth. They would ask us to do the work and they paid us. The profit that we get from it, some to a few millions, I can't remember the direct amount now. We help residents in the village, like some patients who would come to town and they don't have enough money to travel back. We pay flight, and patients got to go to Mabruma. We help them transport and children to Mabruma Secondary School. We build 5 small houses for residents in the village. Well, not palace, but small houses, and I think they are satisfied. It's better than how they used to be, if I should say. Yeah. So we have a little savings also in our treasurer, and we are hoping to start the next project shortly with our presidential grant for this year. We'll be doing a road like approximately 3 miles from our satellite village, Waruta, to Red Hill. And then we plan to purchase a minibus this year with our LCDS grant. So that would transport school children from Waruta to where the school is, because they walk for some distance for years. So as long as the road is completed with the excavator, then we will be able to purchase the bus.
What about sports facilities and stuff? How has that been going?
Well, last year we also received $1 million, and we did a playground. We like 70% completed, and we still have some more work to do. So today we heard about the $1 million that the government would be giving to each village again. So hopefully we would complete the ground now, the 30% that's still remaining to do, because we would use the small machine that we have again to do the work. We also have a tenancy already built with funding that we got from the Ministry of Family Affairs.
And did the youth within your village benefited from the gold scholarship and so on?
Not as yet. Yeah.
What about the solar panels?
Well, we have each house in my village received solar panel. All is working well up to now.
As a Tishao, how do you think this conference is going to help you to better manage your community and so on?
Well, I think that the conference would give us the chance to interact with all the ministries. So where we have issues and problems and so forth, we could put to them. They were able to give us some guidance and so forth. Also, they are giving us a lot of support, so we too would have to put it into good uses so that our residents can benefit.
All right, thank you.
Welcome everyone, we are here with Dicky Williams, Tushao of Rewa Village, and I want to hear from him how his village has transformed over the past 4 years. Mr. Williams, tell us.
Okay, my village has been transformed for the past 3 years. What I've been noticed is with the current government has been really help the community. For the past years, for example, there were not infrastructure and there were no the health facilities, and there were no education sector was very poor. And now today, with the help of the government, upon on the village request, and that was very rapidly. Something like the committee has been developed and today. So, and we are hoping to see more to be done in any time that upon our request.
Great.
Yeah.
And how has your village benefited from the LCDS funds?
Well, today that we have that, everybody benefit. For example, we have the boats that we have now, which is bigger boat. I think is the first time in the North Rupununi. You know, the engine is like 150. It's a 14-seat boat that we have. Now, mainly that we have that boat for the secondary students. For example, in the village we have like 32 secondary students. And where I am located is like 50 miles. So now when we use this LCD's funds, now we said we had to get the river transportation. And that's not all. We also think about the land transportation. So we managed to bought a bus as well too.
Nice.
So there you see that committee, you know, river and the land transport. So this way we have the beneficial to use the LCDS fund.
Great.
Yeah.
And just a few years ago, we know Rewa was nominated as the #1 eco-tourist destination.
Correct.
Right. So what are some plans to, enhance this and make it a bit better?
Yes, that's the one that we had been discussed before I come. They have a plan to buy a bus for tourism sector, you know. And also, they have a plan also to create a boardroom. Why? Because we have a dining area and sometimes that place will be occupied. So once we see the funds is available from the LCDs, so they're planning to establish a boardroom. So anytime, any workshop that has to be hosted there, we're able to find accommodation for this type. Awesome. So that's the plan that they have under the tourism.
Great work.
Yeah.
So we just heard from Dicky Alvin, Tushao of Riro Village in Region 9. Thank you so much, Tushao, for being here.
Yes.
And stay tuned to NCN for more updates.
See development and progress in my community.
Great.
Yes.
And what about the LCDS funds? How has your village benefited from that?
Well, that's make a great impact, I can see, in my village in Rivers View. First of all, it boosts our the village economic because it creates jobs. We built structures, develop in different areas, different things we did in school. They get benefit health center, get benefits individuals like pensioners, disabled, got packages, little hampers and all these stuff. Yeah.
Great. All right. Thank you so much, Tushao. You just heard from Gregory Williams, Tushao of Riversview. Stay tuned right here on NCN for more updates.
Tell us your name.
Good afternoon. My name is James Passad, Kamwata, Tushao.
Tell us about some of the projects you
did. Some of the projects we do was we get the LCDS money. We buy black tanks for family. We do light. Also we do water project. Also school kitchen. and we get COVID grant money. We make catwalk and stuff like this, and let me see this carbon credit money. School kitchen. We build a school kitchen. Also,
What about the presidential grant?
The presidential grant?
Yeah, where is it at?
For last year?
Yeah.
Last year presidential grant. We was not really for too sure for last year.
Oh, okay.
Means new too sure for now.
Oh, okay.
But we understand the president what he do for them health center we give we. So we do back to school. We get tractor. Get a tractor. Also we get a generator. We get a generator also. So that's the most thing you give me. Yeah, this conference at least they give me back $80 million here. Most of the thanks to the government for that. And also they give me $1 million for upgrading the ball field. And I asked for $7 million or something for upgrading the ball field also. And they promised me also that $7 million or something to do back my ball field complete. Also sports gears they promised me. Ready for go back. So presidential grant ready to go back we'll get it too. So carbon credit. Also thanks the government for what they give to me, man. This meeting is very fortunate for me, and at least I learned from it and I experienced a little thing I may never see and hear and so about it. So it's nice to me. Yeah, thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
I'm here with Micah Davis, who is the Tushao of Toka, which is located in North Rupununi Region 9. How are you, and how's the conference been so far?
Well, I'm okay at the moment, and I think the conference is going really, really well. In terms of explanation from the different ministries, I think it's clear enough that a lot of Tushaos are now getting more of the understanding of what is really happening within the government of Guyana.
All right, great. So I want to ask you, in terms of the first payment from the low carbon development strategy with the carbon credits, the monies, what are some of the things that were done in your community or your area?
Well, we have embarked in some agricultural projects. For example, we have purchased a small excavator, mini excavator. We have started a farm fence. And also we did some construction and renovation of a hot meal kitchen for the school children to have their meal in a proper area. And also we have embarked in purchasing of cattle because we are in a savanna grassland. So those are some of the projects that we embarked on.
All right, so those are some of the projects from the first payment. Now, by the end of the week, the second payment will be made, totaling some $9 billion to all Amerindian villages or communities. What are a few things that you think you might be using monies from the second payment for?
Well, for Toka, as the Tushao, I have already met with the villagers. I work with the copy here. So we have prioritized 3 projects. Mm-hmm. One being our farm fence. We need to complete it because we are presently having animals and farmers conflict because of the farming area, and our land we are encroaching. Our land is very small, so we are doing cattle ranching and the farmers. So we need to put up a proper fence. So that is one of the projects that we really want to see completed, so that we don't have any conflict in the village amongst each other. We want to live happy. So. Because we are embarking in the cattle rearing, we want to put up a proper fence so that everybody would live happy. The other one is we want to do agriculture and infrastructural development within our community. So that's one of the projects that we'll be embarking in terms of going into more of what we call medium scale, not large scale, but medium scale agriculture. So we'll be looking at the equipment to boost up our agriculture system in Toka. because we want to go into planting of more cassava, corn, peas, and peanut in a medium scale, I would say, because we're not there to say we are large scale. And because of our agricultural development, we also want to make sure that we secure some of our land that we know is our land there. So we put in to do our land extension. We want to work on our land extension. So some of our LCDS funds will be putting into make sure that we get what we want in terms of our land extension. So we want to. So those are the 3 projects that we will be embarked in for this 2024 LCDS funds.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay. Thanks.
My name is Sydney Alika. I'm from 58 miles Great Falls, Amrinian Village.
And that's in which region?
This is in Region 10.
Could you just tell us a little bit about some of the major projects that are happening within your village?
All right, so for some of the major projects undertaken in my village is the sawmill, the benab, and we're embarking on the introduction of tourism.
Were these derived from the presidential or LCDS funds?
LCDS funds.
So how would this help within your village?
It will help to create jobs for residents, and it's a boost for it will be a boost for our economy. And based on our 10 years plan, those are the plans that we are executing from the 10 years plan.
What about health centers, probably new schools, any of that occurred in your village?
Yes, as we speak, tomorrow, it will be the starting of a new school at 58 miles.
That's
a primary school. But also we have telemed, which was given by the government. We have the television and computer. And also we have internet for the school and the health center.
So tell us a little bit more about this telemedicine. How does it help residents from coming straight to Georgetown to get the doctors?
All right, so for the telemed, it's basically 3 times a week where clients would go and have their self tested. And based on their test, they've been diagnosed, and with a quick response. It is helping because they don't have to travel and that big expense.
And I noticed you guys also received some solar panels and stuff like that. How has this been helping the residents?
Yeah, well, for the solar panels, there's still residents that needs more, but for the set that is delivered already, it is helpful because it's pure energy. That's one, and not so much a fossil fuel.
Any other programs that you guys benefit from the government?
Well, GOAL, we have one girl studying through the GOAL scholarship. She's doing nursing, and many others. But when the internet is fully activated in the village, a lot more students would be enrolled.
What about the cash grants and so on?
Cash grants, yeah. The cash grants are being delivered for the children. That was timely delivered, and most of the parents are very happy.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome everyone. We are here with Terrence Domingo from Asakata Village, Maruka Region 1, and I want to ask him how his village has transformed over the past years. Tushao, tell us about some developmental projects that has happened over the past 4 years.
Okay, good morning, Sanai, and thank you very much for having me. Yes, so I'm very satisfied today to be part of this program that you're having me on. And I'm very happy that I'm here at NTC 2024 to represent my community, which is Asakata. Well, Indeed, Asakata has been receiving a lot of support from this government, and we have seen significant improvement in all aspects of development in our community in terms of health, in education, infrastructure, and many other things.
Great. And tell us about some of those projects in health and education.
Okay, so in health, recently we would have had our health center completed, a new one. Before that, we had a very old building, and so today we're very happy to have a brand new health post where our health workers can work comfortably today. And also our school would have been renovated. Before then, we had a very bad floor in our school building. Today we have tile floor, and we are very happy for that. And also our teachers would have been benefiting from training programs. Recently, they were enrolled at CPCE, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, that one person will be enrolling again come this term.
Great.
At CPCE. And otherwise to that, at the village level, we would have done many projects, such as the LCDS. Last year, we would have done livelihood project, where households were assisted with finances so that they can upgrade their homes, they can buy household equipments and so on. So they would have benefit a lot from that project, and we are hoping that we can have that aspect of that program continuing again in 2024.
Awesome work, Tusha. And how was the conference for you so far, the first day?
Well, I can safely say that I was very pleased with yesterday's presentation, because I believe that it puts me at a better level today to start my presentations for today and the days ahead.
Awesome. So thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, Shania.
We just heard from Terrence Domingo, Tusha of Asakata Village, Maruka Region 1. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned to NCN for more updates.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no trees.